Interesting property.
Very
But
interesting.
there's more to see, so come on.
Okay.
Mention the county of Herefordshire, most people think of the illustrious Hereford breed of cattle. And whilst the county continues to farm the breed to which it gave its name, there is now another notable, if diminutive, animal in residence. Just outside Leicester are 17 of the smallest sheep in the world. Ouessant sheep are small in stature, but big in character. Hoping to have enough land to keep a few sheep, Pete and Joe are meeting Carolyn Southern, who has been breeding these little gems for 13 years.
Hi, Pete, Joe. Welcome to the small holding.
So, Caroline, how big did this breed actually grow?
Well, the breed standard is 48 centimetres for an adult ram and 45 centimetres for an adult ewe.
So they've stayed quite small then?
Yes, they're very tiny.
So if we were to have 3 sheep, Caroline, what size plot would you recommend that we would have?
Ideally, I would say about half an acre. About 10 animals to the acre is the maximum.
And in winter, do you have to provide them with shelter or do they stay outside?
They will stay outside generally. They're really hardy, but if it's really heavy rain, they'll want to just run in. They also need the shelter to get out of the strong sun as well.
So would they be a breed that you would actually recommend as a first-time
Yes, well,
sheep
I'd never
owners?
had sheep before I had these, and once I looked into it, they just seemed ideal. They're very easy to keep. Well, I've got some more stock over here. I'll show you those.
OK.
Thank you.
Ouessant sheep were to be found solely on the French Isle of Ouessant until the start of the 20th century, when they were saved from extinction by a group of aristocrats who brought them over to mainland France. Having only arrived on British shores around 15 years ago, today there are thought to be around 2,000 in the UK.
These are this year's lambs.
So what are we feeding them here today then, Caroline?
This is actually a bit like muesli. It's called ruminant mix, and it's a mixture of grains.
And what else do they eat then, other than that?
Primarily, they'll eat the grass, but they do also eat the hedges and the bark off the trees and any low branches on the trees. In the winter, if the grass is very sparse, you can give them hay as well.
OK. Is there anything particular that they shouldn't eat? What's dangerous for them?
Well, when you have your plot, you've got to make sure there's nothing that's poisonous in that they can reach.
Yeah.
The obvious ones are yew and laurel and rhododendron that are really quite nasty.
Are there any legal requirements we have to have or be aware of if we were to buy sheep?
I recommend that you only buy your animals from a registered breeder. You need to have a holding number, which DEFRA will provide you with.
How do you recognise a healthy sheep?
As you can see, these are pretty lively and bright-eyed. If you check that they haven't got any runny eyes, they're not limping, lame. Their fleece is very solid, soft fleece.
Yeah.
You don't want anything with different patches of different colours in, because that wouldn't conform to the breed standard. We are going to move some sheep today, so if you want to give us a hand doing that, that'd be fabulous.
Great.
We'd love
Lovely.
to. They're so friendly, it's gorgeous. Aren't you? Ooh.
Surprisingly low maintenance, these sheep are shorn once a year and have the most wool per weight of any breed.
Come on, sheep!
Here they come, here they come.
Here they go. Here they
Here
go.
they come.
By splitting a plot of land and rotating them every 6 to 8 weeks, it not only rests the ground, but keeps the sheep healthy.
Have you got any tips for what we should be doing and how we should help you with doing this?
Well, they're difficult to catch unless you do pen them first. And then what we've done is we've put a race of hurdles in to sort of channel them down into the next field.
They're off.
They're off, aren't they?
They know where they're going, don't they, Caroline?
Yeah,
They move really fast, can't they?
they can run really fast, yeah.
They're off in the holes now.
With 3 registered breeders in Herefordshire, it looks like Joe and Pete will be flocking to buy some of these little beauties before too long.
Oh, yeah, I've fallen in love with them already, I have.
I hope you decide to keep this breed because they're very special.
OK, well, thanks for showing us your sheep, Caroline. It's been absolutely fascinating.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. We've thoroughly enjoyed the experience. It's been great.
Our house hunt continues.